Good morning, everybody. Hello. Hi, Jess. Happy Sunday. Welcome to Power Yoga. So as you can see, we're inside today. It's a little wet and rainy, boo. But we're going to be inside today, and we're going to still get through all of the same fun stuff that we've been getting into this week. So today's practice, we're going to need a couple things. First thing, like I have a scarf here. You can also use a band or a strap. We're going to get into the hip flexors a little bit more because we're going to practice some back bends. So that means we're going to open up the chest, open up those lats, which is what we've been talking about this week, and then also get into those hip flexors, just kind of open up the front body from all of that kind of sitting that I know myself specifically has been doing a little more than we want to be doing. So I'm going to give you a couple moments to grab anything that you need for practice today. We're also going to focus on some balancing. We're going to kind of continue working on some similar elements. We're going to do like high lunges and get into that warrior 3 again. And what's nice about kind of progressing the practice this way is you really get some good exposure to these positions. And so you feel really strong in those positions. And then we're also going to see some cool ab things because it's power yoga. And we're going to try that arm balance we tried on Friday called crow, which is kind of the kind of basic and most foundational arm balance in the yoga practice that kind of helps you grow your practice from there. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to sit on our shins in the middle of our mat, and then there may be today a moment where you hear some cat chatter because my little cat, let's see if we can see her here. There she is there. Has a boyfriend that comes by all the time to see her and say hi. So, and he's very chatty. So you might hear that in the background, but kind of a fun thing. So, all right, let's go ahead and get started. Find a spot in the center of the mat, and we're going to sit on those shins. Okay. Oh, whoops! You got to be able to see me. So go ahead and sit on those shins. There we go. Okay, and we're going to start as we do with some breathing. Okay, so bringing those shins together, roll the shoulders down your back, hands just right on top of those thighs, sit up tall, close the eyes. Let's take a deep inhale through the nose. Open the mouth, side out. Let's do that again. Big inhale. Let it go, exhale. One more time through the nose. Exhale out the mouth. Good. All right. Closing the lips now. Let's go ahead and just breathe slowly through the nose. Here he is. And then as you breathe slowly, I just want you to kind of feel the breath move in the lungs and throughout the body. So you can feel things expand on the inhale and how everything softens on the exhale. What we're trying to create here is an evenness of the breath, both in length and depth. So breathing from the pit of the belly every time and allowing that breath to inhale and then exhale all the way out to the pit of the belly. The breath is the anchor for our balance, the anchor for our focus, the anchor for our mind. And so throughout the practice today, we're going to be flowing with the breath. So if you find that your breath is short and choppy and not balanced on the inhale and exhale, you might feel that the body's kind of moving in the same way. So focus on creating that really smooth, deep inhale, exhale. A couple more rounds here. Right, gently opening the eyes. We're going to continue breathing like that. We're going to start to flow a little bit now. First couple postures of this practice are going to be just to kind of move around and see how you feel. So take them as they feel. Okay, so let's go ahead and go hands and knees. We'll start with thread the needle. Okay, so with the hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips. On your inhale, reach your right arm out. Exhale, thread your right arm through, drop down to the shoulder. You're going to press into the left palm and turn up towards the ceiling. Breathe. Inhale, bring yourself back through center. Exhale to reset. Inhale, reach the left arm out. And then exhale, let's drop down onto that left shoulder. You're gonna move your right palm, and on your inhale, you're gonna press into that palm to twist. Hips are still stacked over the knees. Good. Inhale, come back to neutral. And we're gonna go through a couple rounds of cat-cow. So on your inhale, you're gonna drop the belly, lift the chest. We're gonna hold here. I want you to wrap those triceps so that the triceps point towards the knees. And I want you to allow the ribs to kind of open up as you arch your back. And exhale to round, press the palms, draw the chin to the chest. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the heart up. So forward and up, create some space through the spine. Exhale to round. Feel the space between the shoulder blades open up. One more cycle. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the chest. Exhale to round. Inhale to come to a neutral position with the spine. From here, we're going to come into puppy. So keeping those hips still stacked over the knees, walk the hands out in front. Keep the palms down, and on your exhale, drop the chest down towards the mat. Keeping those arms straight. With a little downward pressure into the palms, you can shift your hips back. That'll open up the armpits, create a little more space in the shoulder girdle for you to drop the chest down and open up the armpits a bit more. All right, next exhale, you're going to just drop your hips back into a child's pose position. So toes together, and then draw the knees apart. From here, you're going to walk the hands over to the left. Right palm presses down onto the mat. Grab the left wrist, or the right wrist with the left hand. And on your exhale, you're going to reach your right hip back as you pull forward with that right wrist. So we're creating length all the way through the right side. Breathing into the ribs, help facilitate that space. Inhale to walk the hands through center, and then over to the other side. So now our left palm comes down, you're gonna grab the left wrist. On the exhale, you're gonna draw the left hip back, and then pull against that left wrist to open up the left side. When we talk about stretching the hip flexors and opening up the front body, what we tend to hear is heart openers or things like back bends. So we're gonna ultimately go towards that. So hopefully you'll feel a lot of space created throughout this practice today. Go ahead and send those hands back through center. And then inhale, you're gonna come back to the hands and knees, okay? From here, let's go ahead and stretch the wrists. You're gonna flip the fingers to face the knees on both hands, okay? Keep the heel of the palm, which is here, down on the floor. Okay? And on your exhale, with the elbows straight, you're gonna just softly draw the knee or the heels or the hips to the heels. You may not be able to go that far, and that's okay. We're gonna hold here a couple breaths. Okay, inhale to bring those shoulders forward, release the stretch a bit. We're gonna do one more, keep those elbows straight. Exhale, to a neutral position, reset the hands to face your fingers forward, and let's go downward facing dog. On your exhale, tuck your toes, send those hips back. Ooh, so depending on how you feel today, just take a couple breaths to pedal things out. Ooh, you're feeling a little sore or tight, we'll just give you a couple of breaths to just loosen up. Wiggle those hips side to side. Keep pedaling out the feet. Cool. All right, step those feet about hips distance on your inhale. Walk the hands back. Let's go into ragdoll. So with a soft bend in the knees, you can grab opposite elbows and just hang. We can sway side to side. And shake the head yes and no. Good. All right, next inhale, walk it back out. Let's go into downward facing dog. All right, so in this down dog, like we've been talking about this week, we're gonna wrap those triceps down, face the toes. You're gonna press firmly into the palms to open the chest, very similar to puppy, without letting those ribs flare. So keep those firm ribs, pressure through the palms, length through the shoulders and the legs all the way through the backside. All right, inhale, come forward to the top of a push-up. Bring the knees down to the count of 5, lower to the belly. Exhale, 5, 4, elbows close to the ribs. 3, 2, 1. Get untuck the toes. Roll the shoulders down the back. Press into the palms. Inhale, cobra, a little lift. So not as much pressure into the palms. You're lifting a little higher with the muscles in the back and in the glutes. Good. Exhale to release. Let's do that again. Inhale, lift up, cobra. This time you can press a little bit harder into those palms, elbows in. And exhale to release. On this final one, if you want to go all the way into upward facing dog, a relaxed version, inhale, press in the palms, straighten the arms. Now my knees are still on the floor because we're just focusing on opening the chest and getting those arms, triceps active more. Good. Tuck your toes. Exhale, downward facing dog. All right, a little bit faster now. Inhale, come forward to plank. This time we're going to lower halfway and then go right into upward dog or cobra. All right, here we go. Exhale, lower halfway. Inhale, scoop the chest forward and up, cobra up dog. Exhale, down dog. All right, we're going to go through the fullest expression so you have all of the options you need to have today. Inhale, forward to plank. Exhale, lower halfway. Inhale, scoop the chest forward and up. If you're coming to up dog, press on the tops of the feet and knees, lift off of the floor for the fullest expression. Good. Exhale, downward facing dog. All right, look forward between the hands, inhale. Exhale, bend the knees, and then walk or hop the feet to the top of the mat. Bring the feet together, hands on the shins. Inhale, flat back, lift the chest up. Exhale, fold, and then inhale, rise all the way up. Palms touch to the top, and then exhale, let's dive it down. Hands on the shins. Inhale, flat back, extend the chest. Exhale, fold, plant the hands, step to plank. We're going to lower down halfway. Inhale, scoop the chest forward and up, cobra up dog. And exhale, down dog. And we're going to go through that a couple more times. Inhale, come high onto the tippy toes, look forward. Exhale, bend the knees. Walk or hop the feet to the top of the mat. Feet together. Hands on the shins. Straighten the legs. Inhale, flat back. Chest extends forward. Exhale, fold. And inhale, rise all the way up. And exhale, dive it all the way down. Hands on the shins. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Plant the hands. We'll step to plank. Lower down halfway. Inhale, scoop, forward and up, cobra, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Hands on the shins. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. This time, bend the knees, chair pose. Hips low, arms reach up. Okay, so find that external rotation. Roll the shoulder or the triceps down, and pull those arms back in line with the ears. Good. Sit down a little lower, pull the knees back over the heels. Good. Breathe. Exhale, straighten the legs, fold forward. Hands on the shins. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Now bend the knees, hold here. So this time, instead of stepping back, you can jump back to the top of the push-up, or we practiced this a little bit on Friday. You can jump back and land halfway, kind of like the bottom of the push-up. Okay, so I'm going to leave it up to you, but I'm going to show you the hop back into that push-up position so that you can see it. Okay, so from here, I'm going to plant my hands. Just like I normally do. And on my exhale, I'm going to hop back. I'm going to strengthen my core. And I'm going to land with my elbows halfway bent. And then we're going to inhale, scoop forward and up, cobra up dog. Good. And then we'll all meet back now in downward facing dog. Then inhale forward to plank. The count of 5 will lower to the belly. Exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. So for those of you who have been in our CrossFit classes at CrossFit Humanity, we're going to go into what's called scorpion. We're going to do 3 on each side. So the right arm is go out to the right, and on your exhale, left toes reach up and over towards those right fingertips. Bend the knee, let the head drop to the floor. Inhale, come back to your belly. Left arm out, exhale, right toes up and over. Inhale to the belly, right arm out, exhale. Left toes up and over. Inhale, belly. Exhale, right toes up and over. Relax the head. Inhale to the belly. One more each side. Right arm out. Left toes up and over. Inhale to the belly. Exhale, right. Inhale to the belly. Good. Bring those hands right underneath those shoulders. Okay, we're going to press right back into the top of the push-up. So tuck the toes under. You're going to firm the belly, lift the belly button off of the floor. Inhale, push up. Good. Exhale, lower halfway. Inhale, scoop the chest forward and up, cobra up dog. Good. Exhale, down dog. Good. Now we're going to run through 3 of those where we're going to hop forward, about a halfway lift, this with the sun salutation. We're going to go through that a couple times. We're going to build a little bit more heat by going a little bit faster. Okay, here we go all together. Starting in downward facing dog. Inhale, come high onto the tippy toes, look forward. Exhale, bend the knees. Walk or hop the feet. Top of the mat, hands on the shins. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, dive it down. Hands on the shins. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Here you can hop, step, or jump. Exhale, send it back. Inhale, cobra up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, high onto the tippy toes, look forward. Exhale, bend the knees, feet, top of the mat. Hands on the shins. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, all the way up. Exhale, all the way down. Hands on shins. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Plant the hands. Jump it back. Inhale, cobra up dog. Exhale, down dog. Last one. High into the tippy toes. Inhale. Exhale, bend the knees. Send the feet up to the mat. Hands on the shins. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, dive it down. Hands on the shins. Flat back. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Plant the hands. Hop the feet back. Good. Inhale, cobra up dog. Exhale, down dog. Good. All right, you can stay in down dog for a couple breaths, or you can drop down to the knees for child's pose. We'll just take a couple rounds of breath to catch the breath. Make sure we have full control. So make sure you guys can see. Cool. All right. Let's keep it moving. From downward facing dog, inhale, lift your right leg up. Exhale, let's step the right foot forward between the hands. We're going to bring the back knee down. And then inhale, we'll reach the arms up. Okay. So this is kind of our first kind of dive into opening up the hip flexors, so on this left side. So what I want you to do, instead of pushing yourself down to the floor, I just want the kind of gravity and the weight of your body to slowly get into a position that it feels, pretty good about. Okay? Drive down onto the front heel to give you some stability. From here, you're going to grab your left wrist with your right hand. Inhale, extend up through the arms, and then exhale, you're going to lean over to the right. And as you lean, you should feel a nice kind of opening in the armpit of the left side and even down into the hip flexor of that left side. If you have the space, keep pulling those arms back so that they kind of move back behind the ears. Good. Inhale, bring the arms back overhead. You're going to tuck your back toes, firm your belly, and on your inhale, you're going to press through the legs into high lunge. All right, here we go. Inhale, straighten that back leg. Good. Let's hold here. So when we're in this high lunge position for balance, I want you to think about squeezing everything in towards the midline, keeping those ribs down, closing the space between the sternum and the belly button. Good. So you create a really strong, but also easy position to be in. Good. Exhale. Let's go hands down. We'll step to plank. Lower halfway. Inhale, cobra up dog. Good. Exhale, down dog. Yeah, let's go second side. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, step it forward between the hands. Bring the back knee down. Inhale, arms reach up. Good. So again, soften the front of that right hip so that the hips just kind of drop. We're not kind of pushing. Okay? The body will open up if you just kind of let it. Okay? So with those arms overhead, you're going to grab your right wrist. Inhale for a little more length overhead, and then exhale, lean over to the left. And again, pull those arms back. If you got a little bit more space, we can kind of open up this whole right side. This kind of practice, not only great for back bends like wheel, but if you have shoulder tightness for things like kipping pull-ups, this is a really nice way to just kind of open up everything. Or like overhead squat too. It's really good for that. All right, inhale to bring yourself back into neutral, arms overhead, tuck your back toes. Again, firm the belly. We're gonna come into that high lunge. So in your inhale, go ahead, straighten that back leg. Good, pull everything in towards the midline. Ribs are firm. Good, legs are active and strong. Good, exhale, bring those hands down. Step to plank, lower halfway. Inhale, cobra up dog. We're going to sprinkle in a little bit of strength work because it's power yoga and that's what we do. So we're going to come into a couple reps of 4 shoulder taps. You're going to go opposite hand to shoulder 4 times, 2 on each side, and then we're going to go push up. We're going to go through a couple reps of that. We'll do some arch rocks and then an arch hold. And the goal is to kind of just warm up the chest a little bit more on that whole back side for when we start to get into a couple more back bends later on. Okay, so meet me at the top of the push-up. All right, keeping the weight over the center of each palm. Keep those legs active. We're going to do 4 shoulder taps and a push-up. Here we go. Starting with the right hand. We're going to go tap left, tap right, tap left, tap right. Now push up. Again, tap right, tap left, tap right, tap left, push up. Again, tap, 2, 3, 4, push up. We got one more. Tap, 2, 3, 4, push up. Good. All right, to the count of 5, we'll lower to the belly. Exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All the way down. Untuck the toes. Legs together. Arms out in front. Superman. So this is the position. If you need to drop down the intensity, just hold yourself up in this position. All right, everybody thinking length here. Lift your heels. Lift your arms. Either hold or we're going to rock like a boat 20 times. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Good. Go ahead. Put your forearms on the ground, head on your hands, relax. All right, we're going to take that position and we're going to hold. Find a little bit here. Legs together, arms out in front. All right. Squeeze and find a really long position. Inhale, everything lifts. Here we go for 10, 9, 8, long neck. 7, squeeze those ankles together. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Again, forearms on the floor, head relaxes down. Good. All right. Hands on the floor, right underneath those shoulders. Tuck your toes. On your inhale, you're going to press all the way up into plank. Here we go. Inhale. Good. Lower halfway. Inhale. Cobra up dog. Exhale. Down dog. All right. Very good, everybody. Here we go. Moving on. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale. Step that right foot forward between the hands. Bring the back knee down to the floor. Inhale. Arms back up. Low lunge. Good. Very good. Nice and sweaty today. All right, on your exhale, you're going to bring those hands down. We're going to straighten out the front leg. You can kind of shimmy that front heel forward a little bit for half split. Okay. So on the inhale, I want you to extend the chest forward, and then you can start reaching your chest down towards the shins. My hamstrings are pretty tight today as I'm just working out this week, so I'm still extending. I just might not be as low as I normally am, which is okay. So wherever you are today, just find a stretch that works. Good. On your inhale, you're going to rebend the front knee. We're going to tuck the back toes. Inhale, arms up. Good. We're going to exhale to reset. And on your next inhale, we're going to go back into that high lunge. Here we go. Inhale, straighten back leg. Good. All right, 5 times. We're going to gently lower that back knee to the floor and then come back up into this position, but we're going to straighten both legs. All right, here we go. Exhale, left knee gently to the floor. Inhale, straighten both legs. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. 3 more. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. Last one. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. Come back into that high lunge. And we're going to go warrior 3. We've been practicing this all week. So on your exhale, fold halfway, firm those ribs, reach forward. Next inhale, warrior 3. You're going to lift that left leg up. Let's find that balance. Okay. If arms out in front is a little too challenging today, you can go airplane, woo, or you can go hands to the hips. We're going to take this outer left hip and drop it down, just like our RDL. Good. All right, exhale. Hands come down, step to plank. Lower halfway, elbows in. Inhale, cobra up dog. Exhale, down dog. All right, switch sides. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, bring it forward between the hands. Back knee comes down. All right, inhale, arms up. Good. All right, let's go half split. Reach those hands down. Straighten out the front leg. That front heel can come forward just a couple inches. Keep reaching the chest forward and down. Breathe. Good. All right, inhale, rebend the front knee. We're going to tuck our back toes. Whoa. Firm the belly. We're going to tuck the back toes. And then on the inhale, we're going to come back into that high lunge position. All right, firm those ribs. Next inhale, straighten the leg. Good. All right, 5 times. We're going to gently draw that right knee down to the floor and then straighten both legs. Keep pulling everything in to help you balance. Exhale, lower. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, lower. Inhale, straighten. 3 more. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Last one. Exhale. Inhale. Rebend that front knee for that high lunge. Good. Exhale, fold halfway. We're going to go into warrior 3 coming up, so firm those ribs. Next inhale, take flight. Right leg lifts. Now wherever your hands need to be high, do you see the calf? To give you some balance, go for that. Okay. Keep drawing this outer right hip down, square everything to the floor. Good. All right, exhale. Hands down, step to plank. Lower halfway. Inhale, cobra up dog. Exhale, down dog. All right, bring those knees down. Let's go child's pose real quick. Take a couple breaths here. Recatch the breath. Refocus the mind. Good. All right, on your inhale, come on back up. Let's sit on the shins. All right, so next up, we're going to get a little bit of more work on the backside. This time we're going to come into what's called bird dog. Okay. Bird dog, you can sometimes see on the knees. We're going to do this version from a plank. So in this position, we're going to start top of a push-up, and we're going to lift opposite hand and foot off the ground for some balance work, specifically for the core. And this is also a great way to continue warming up the backside, which is what we need for our back bends. And then we'll add a little bit of oblique work, and then we'll keep moving on with kind of our flow and movement. All right, top of a push-up. If you need to do this on your knees, feel free, all right? So firming your ribs, keeping those legs active. We're going to extend right arm forward and lift your left foot. Here we go. And lift back down to plank. And then other side, left arm, right foot, lift and replace. Here we go. 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Downward facing dog. Press it back. Breathe. Good. Hi. Well, hello. All right, we're gonna go inhale, come forward to plank. We're gonna go knee to elbow. We're just gonna go 10 reps. So inhale, right knee, right elbow. Exhale, replace. Inhale, left knee, left elbow. Exhale, replace. Here we go, right. Replace. Left. Right. Left. Right. Left. One more each side. Right. Good. And left. Hold plank. Knees down, child's pose. And breathe. Just breathe. All right. On your exhale, let's go downward facing dog. Getting sweaty in the house today. All right, we've got one more kind of big flow, and then we'll start kind of making our way towards our big back bend today, okay? So tuck your toes, let's go into downward facing dog. All right, high onto the tippy toes, inhale, look forward. Exhale, bend the knees, hop the feet, top of the mat, hands on the shins. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Palms touch at the top, and then exhale. Let's go right back down. Hands on the shins. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold, bend the knees, chair pose. Hips, low arms up, squeeze your legs together. Firm your ribs. Exhale, straighten and fold. Hands on the shins, flat back. Exhale, fold, plant the hands. Step, hop, or land at the bottom of that push-up. Exhale. Good. Inhale. Forward and up, cobra, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, step it forward between the hands. Inhale, arms up, that high lunge position. Well, we're gonna do a little flow, and we're gonna go through it with the hands on the hips. If you'd like a bigger challenge, feel free to go overhead, because we're gonna kind of waffle between that warrior 3 position and a lunge position. So wherever you need your balance to be today, or wherever you want your hands to be, go for it. Okay, so from here, on your inhale, we're going to balance on this right foot and just bring the right knee to our chest. All right, here we go. Inhale, right knee up. I'm sorry, left knee up. Good. On your exhale, swing your left leg back. Warrior 3. Inhale, bring your left knee to your chest. Good. Exhale, step the left foot back and lower to your lunge. Good. Inhale, left knee to chest. Firm your ribs. Exhale, warrior 3. Extend your left leg back. Inhale, left knee to chest. Exhale, step it back. Lunge. Gently kiss the knee to the floor. 3 more. Inhale, left knee up. Exhale, left leg extends back. Inhale, left knee up. Exhale, lunge. Inhale, left knee up. Exhale, extend it back. Inhale, left knee up. Exhale, lunge. Last set. Inhale, left knee up. Exhale, extend. Inhale, left knee up. Last one, sit down into the lunge. Woo. And then next inhale, bring your left knee up. Hold here. And then exhale, release your foot to the floor. Shake out that right side. Good. Feet together. Inhale. Arms up. Exhale, fold. Hands on the shins. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold, plant the hands, step or hop back. Inhale, come forward and up, cobra, up dog. Exhale, down. All right, let's switch sides. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, step forward and through. Inhale, bring your arms up. Good. Again, either keeping the arms up like this or by the hips for the balance work today. Okay. All right, here we go. We're going to be bringing your right knee to your chest. Inhale, let's lift. Exhale, swing this right leg back, warrior three. Inhale, right knee comes back to the chest. Exhale, step it back into a lunge, gently kiss the right knee to the floor. Here we go, number two, inhale, right knee up. Exhale, extend your right leg back. Inhale, right knee up. Exhale, step it back, lunge. Three more. Inhale, bring it up. Exhale, extend your right leg back. Inhale, bring it up. Step it back, lunge. Inhale, right knee lifts. Exhale, swing it back. Inhale, right knee lifts. Exhale, lunge. Last round. In position, inhale, right knee to the chest. Exhale, bring your right foot down, shake out the left. Woo. All right. Feet together. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands down. Hands on the shins. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Step or hop the feet back. Lower down. Inhale, cobra, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Good. All right, inhale, look forward between the hands. Bend the knees, hop the feet back to the top of the mat. It's on the shins. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up. And then exhale, dive down. Good. So most of the hard part is done for today. We have a couple more things, but the big kind of bulk of it is done. So next up we've got, we're going to kind of progress into crow, which is what we did on Friday. If you need a little bit of extra break, this is a great time to come into child's pose. If you want to work on this arm balance, it's just kind of a fun thing to try. Okay? So bring your feet together. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, let's fold. Hands on the shins. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Now bend the knees. Let's come into chair pose. So hips low, arms up. Okay. Squeeze those knees together. Firm the ribs. So pull up. Coming onto the tippy toes to the count of 5. We'll lower the hips to the heels. Exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Bring those hands either to prayer in front or on your hips. We're just going to balance here for a sec. So when we think about crow or arm balances, we want to give ourselves as much lift as possible. So when you're in position, I want you to think about taking your belly button and scooping it up towards the ceiling and squeezing your legs in. So we're creating a really compact but really engaged position. Okay. So you guys stay there. I'm just going to move. So crow, from this toe balance position, you're going to bring those just fingertips to the floor, okay? Because now we're going to take the knees and go outside of the arms, okay? I want you to get your armpits as far down inside of those knees as you can. So then we put our palms down. Elbows are going to be hugging in, just like we've been practicing all week. You're going to lift your hips. You're going to squeeze your belly in. You're going to pull those ribs in. Okay, you start to lean forward. And if you feel like your toes can lift off the floor, go for it. But remember, we're reaching the belly button up towards the ceiling. We're squeezing everything in and up. Keep breathing. Try a couple more if you're not quite in flight yet. Breathe. Good. And then when you're ready, go ahead and come back down. Very cool. So this is just one of those fun things you can practice kind of throughout the day or anytime that you kind of feel like you want something a little bit different. Okay, let's try one more. If you feel a little bit nervous about going too far forward, just like handstands, in crow, the fingers are the brakes. So as you start to feel yourself kind of lean forward a little bit, kind of dig your fingers into the mat a little more. Okay, so again, let's try one more. So get those shoulders really down inside of the knees, palms flat, fingers forward, elbows in line with those hands. As you lift, you're going to hug everything into the midline. You're going to lean forward. Chest doesn't go down, it goes forward. Okay? Going to counterbalance the weight behind you with the weight in front. It doesn't always mean down. Sometimes you have to keep lifting forward and up. Good. Go ahead and bring yourself back down. Let's take a seat. All right, we're going to just do a little bit more core before we go and get into those big back bends. So we're going to start in boat pose, okay? So 2 versions of boat, either knees bent or legs straight. Hold on, my cat is chewing. What are you doing? Excuse you. Excuse you. Look at this lady. Look at this lady chewing on things. What are you doing? Okay. It's a good excuse to have a little break. Okay, so like I said, boat can either be bent knees like this, kind of balancing on the sit bones, or if you want to go really fancy, you can go straight legs, okay? So let's get into position. Let's lean back. You can hold the thighs to start. Legs are together. Again, you can also kind of try one at a time, okay? But from here, if you feel like you've got a little bit more, you can either stay or with the arms out in front, we're going to lower down into that hollow. Squeeze and look at your toes, and then inhale to come back up. Exhale down. Inhale up. We're going to do 5 more. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. 3 more. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Last one. Exhale. Inhale. Hold. Good. Cross your shins. Rock onto your hands. And let's go downward facing dog. All right, so here's where you might need your strap. So go ahead and grab it off. Grab it off to the side. You don't want the strap this way. Okay. All right, so down dog. Inhale, guide this. Exhale. Right foot to the outside of the right hand. Bring it back, knee down. Okay. So ultimate goal, we're going to take the right hand and grab the left foot. Here's where the strap comes in. If you can't successfully grab the foot because you've got, for whatever reason, you're going to wrap the strap around the top of the left ankle, okay? And then you'll use that strap. You'll use that strap to help pull the foot in, okay? If you don't need it, you can just keep that strap off to the side, okay? So from wherever you are, you're going to go ahead and bend your back knee and grab the top of your left foot, strap, ankle, whatever you can. You're going to allow the hips to just sink down to the floor. And on every exhale, every couple exhales, just gently draw the heel, that left heel in. Hi. Did you want to participate? Did you want to participate? Hi. Good. Another great version of this is couch stretch. So you're sitting watching TV, you just put the top of your foot on the couch, like right here, knee is on the floor, and you're just kind of pushing your hips back towards the couch, gives you that nice big hip flexor quad stretch. Couple more breaths here. Good. Go ahead, exhale, release the foot. I'm just going to place the palms down. We're going to exhale to step back to down dog. We're just going to pedal out the feet a little bit, wiggle around. Let's go second side. Now left leg up. Exhale, left foot to the outside of the left hand, right knee down. Okay. Either bend the knee, grab the foot with the left hand, so we're opening to the left, or you're going to wrap that strap around the top of the foot and grab the strap. So wherever you are, let's go ahead and get into position. Just allow the hips to soften. One side might feel a little bit different, like this right side for me is a little tighter than the left. And if that's the case, with whatever side you're working with, just breathe, breathe, and it'll kind of work itself out. Hi, 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 what are you doing? What you doing? A couple more breaths. Good. All right, exhale, release your foot down. Let's go back into downward facing dog. Left foot, step it back. Hi. And just kind of wiggle the hips around. Good. Next exhale, bring your knees down. Just swing the feet around, and then we're going to come onto the back. Okay. Jesse, you're kind of in the way because I need to go here. Whoopsies. There we go, there we go, there we go. Okay, so we're going to come onto our back. So go ahead and place your feet on the floor once you lay back so that your feet are about hips distance and then you can touch the heels with the fingers. We're going to start with bridge. Bridge in yoga is very similar to glute bridges if you are a CrossFit Humanity goer. So what we're going to do is you're going to drive down into your heels, and on your inhale, you're just going to squeeze your butt and lift your hips, okay? To release. Okay, this time, we're going to lift our hips and we're going to shimmy our shoulder blades underneath us to try to open the chest even more. All right, inhale, drive into the heels, lift the hips, and then get those shoulder blades in together a little bit more. And if you have the space, you can clasp your hands underneath you. Good. All right, exhale to release. And let's have everybody bring the knees into the chest. Okay. Now we're going to go through now what's called wheel. If you need, if you need to just stay with bridge, just every time we come into wheel, just go into that same bridge position you were in. If you'd like to try wheel, just remember that you got to use a lot of arm strength here to support yourself, okay? And if you're feeling like your shoulders are really, really tight today, bridge is a great option, okay? So set your feet up the same way. Okay, if you're going into bridge, go ahead and lift your hips. If you're coming into wheel, hands are going to be on the mat, underneath the shoulders, elbows in, just like we did for crow pose. Okay, on your inhale, you're going to come to the top of the head gently. Okay, keep those elbows in, and on your inhale, you're going to press through the palms, try to open up the chest like we did in puppy pose, kind of our overhead positions in lunges. And then exhale, gently bring yourself back down. And then everybody hug the knees into the chest. Good. We're going to do that one more time. Elbows are in. Fingers are going to face the heels. Okay. So on your inhale, come onto the head gently. Keep those elbows hugging in. And then inhale to press your arms straight over the chest. And then exhale, go ahead and gently come back down. Hug the knees in. Good. All right, from wherever you are, start rocking forward and back. Good. All right, and we're going to rock to the hands, back to downward facing dog. Whew, really good. All right, we're going to close out with pigeon. All right, so from down dog. Inhale, reach your right knee up. Exhale, right knee to right wrist. Bring the shin to the floor. Shimmy your left leg back. And then, if it feels all right, you can come down to the forearms. And then if that feels good and you want a little more, you can go all the way down. If your head doesn't quite meet the mat, you can do 2 fists. This will allow you to kind of rest your forehead on something to help the neck relax, the shoulders, and kind of all the way down the chain. And just breathe here. Allow the exhale to tell the body to soften into the pose, soften into the mat, wherever you are. Just Mm-hmm. 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 Take a couple more breaths here. What are you doing? All right, inhale, come on to the hands. Let's go back to down dog. You're going to swing the right leg up. You can shake it out. Oh, you were right in the way. All right, let's go second side. All right, inhale, left leg up. And bring that left shin forward for pigeon. Left knee to left wrist. Scoot the right leg back. You can stay or drop to those forearms. And breathe. Find that similar resting position you did before. Couple more breaths. Inhale. Let's come back and wiggle around a little bit. All right. And then from here, you can just bring the knees down, swing the feet around. We're going to close out here in a seated position. So let's cross the shins, any cross that feels good. And what I want you to do is you're going to sit up tall. On the inhale, right hand to the left knee, left hand behind you. And as you continue to sit up, we're just going to turn to the left. You're going to look over that left shoulder. Good. Inhale, come back through center. Left hand to right knee. Re-extend the spine, and then exhale, twist to the right. Good. Inhale. Bring yourself back through center. Go ahead, sit up tall, hands anywhere in a lap that's comfortable. We'll close out with a couple more rounds of focused breathing. Let's close the eyes. And as we finish out and round out the practice here, these breaths, they don't need to be too long, too forced, too big. I just want them to be smooth and even. Okay, so we'll go through 5 rounds of breath on your own through the nose. Just honing your attention in one last time to those cycles of breath. All right, gently opening the eyes. Thank you, everybody that tuned in today live and throughout the day. Hopefully this was a nice practice to kind of just stretch out the front body that's been maybe a little bit tight just due to kind of being at home and sitting more. This coming week, we're going to be seeing some more as the weeks go on. So thank you so much. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Stay safe, breathe, and then I'll see you guys soon. All right, thank you. Bye-bye, everybody. Have a good day. Jesse says bye too.